told one other team that Bronny James will be working out for is the Phoenix Suns before the NBA draft. So the Suns have the number 22 overall pick. He's among several players under consideration.
Everybody do your best Pat McAfee.
Look, I'll just say this right now. Not at 22. Not at 22. You want to trade that pick for a couple of second rounders and you take him there? Okay. Do not waste the number 22 overall pick on a 6-foot guard who can't shoot. He's got 25 years of college experience. We average 4 points per game.
25 years of college
25
experience?
games.
Okay, I was going to say 25 years.
He's like 6 feet and a half tall. He can't shoot. He doesn't handle the ball well. This is not a lot of people think he could go undrafted. Mm-hmm. And let's call it like it is. If his last name wasn't James,
of course,
this would not be something a lot of people are talking about.
But let's call it like it is. Part 2. This is not about Bronny James. This is about his dad.
What about his dad?
What
you think
about
you're
his
gonna
dad?
get LeBron to come play on a vets minimum?
I'm not saying yes, you can. I'm saying that's where our intrigue in this story is rooted. It's not in Bronny. Who cares? I shouldn't say who cares about Bronny. That's not nice. Bronny is not the focal point of this story, and he's certainly not the focal point of why Suns fans everywhere sat up and went, oh, wait, what? The Suns are giving a workout to Bronny James? It's all part of this thought, this bigger process. Would the drafting of Bronny James be the bait at the end of the hook to get LeBron here on a vets minimum?
Who's going to turn down, what, $54 million?
Yeah, I think it's...
Is it $54 million?
That's the 1 year opt-in.
The 1 year opt-in.
If he opts out, I think it's like $160 million. But as you've said many times, LeBron James has made how much money in his career? He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. If he wants to come play with his kid... And look, I don't know.
I like my kids too, but for $50 million, I wouldn't have to play a sport with them.
How much has LeBron James made in his lifetime?
I don't know.
Just
LeBron career earnings.
I
mean, it's got to be close to $1 billion, right?
I believe he is a billionaire. I believe he's a billionaire.
Career earnings.
And just on the court.
He's made $500 million in the NBA. Okay. I don't know what he's made in everything else he's done.
Then
but,
think about all of his endorsements. Think about all of his everything else. The whole thing seems like a long shot. The whole thing just seems like a Fantasyville, right? But why else would you? What other reason would you have for giving Bronny James a look? Other than, to your point, number one, you're going to trade down and you're going to pick up a couple second-round picks, and maybe you take him with one of those. Or, what, you're trying to draft a draw for your new G League team? What's the point otherwise if it's not to at least see if, hey, do I get Bronny? Does that mean LeBron wants to come here and play? It's all Suns fans are thinking about when it comes to this story. It's not about Bronny and whether he's going to help or not.
Listen, if there was a chance, I get it. If there's a chance you can get LeBron James, I think you go for it. But you can't use the number 20. If you're going to draft a player, get a player that can help you. I mean, we spent 3 days talking about James Jones type of players, guys that have played in the league for 2, 3, 4 years. You want to get a veteran that can come in and play. You're trying to win a championship now with Durant, Booker, Beal, Nurkic, Grayson Allen. You're trying to win a championship right now. Drafting Bronny doesn't help you win a championship right now unless it brings you LeBron. That's the only way it helps you.
Way. You're not drafting Bronny, you're drafting LeBron.
And
basically. Look, I think it's a long shot, too. I do.
Opts out, comes plays here on a vet minimum.
I think I don't want to sit here and get up anybody's hopes or make anybody... I think he's going to go back to the Lakers. The industry thinks he's going to go back to the Lakers. Bobby Marks back on May 1st said, look, I don't think teams are going to draft Bronny to try and get LeBron. Here's what he said.
I don't know about the appetite. I think we're probably past that point. I think LeBron has tempered it a little bit as far as the ability to, I'm sure he would love to play with him. I do think it's a little more tempered than it was maybe a year ago. I said it yesterday. Lakers have the 55th pick in the draft. If they keep that pick, I would be stunned. And if Bronny stays in the draft, I would be stunned if he's not picked at 55, if he's still there on the board.
But that's 55.
55.
That's not 22.
Yeah. Now, some people think he could go anywhere from 20 to 40. Some people think 30 to 50. And some people think the kid's going to go undrafted. He's not big. He doesn't shoot the ball well. He doesn't handle the ball well. Plays some defense. He could give you some physicality on a defensive end. But... a different name, different treatment. So one season at USC, 25 games. You got the cardiac arrest where he collapsed during the workout. So you've got to really go through the medicals to make sure He's okay. And then his agent's coming out and saying, we're not going to sign a two-way contract. So no two-way contracts. Rich Paul. So no two-way deals.
I wasn't aware of that part.
Look that one up.
So I wasn't aware of that part. I mean, look, because
just say no to Bronny.
Ultimately, well,
I got a shirt. Say no to Bronny.
What if it means yes to LeBron?
Then say yes to Bronny.
Okay.
Say yes to the dress, baby. Say yes to the dress.
So wait, so the front of the shirt says say no to Bronny, and the back of the shirt says yes to Bronny?
I mean, listen, what if I told you this? I want to paint the scenario for you.
Okay, please.
LeBron opts into his contract for one more year with the Lakers at $51 million.
Okay.
Tries to win one more year with Anthony Davis and whatever they could do. He says to LA, I'll give you one more year.
Okay.
After the year's over, he goes and plays with whoever drafts Bronny.
Okay. I don't like it. I'll tell you why. You've got to know for sure you're getting LeBron James. And I want LeBron James now. I don't want LeBron James a year from now. LeBron James, 40 years old. I don't want LeBron a year from now. LeBron, look, as much as he's beaten father time up until this point, dude's going to get old. And the dude is going to be a less effective basketball player. I don't want to draft Bronny in 2024 with the hope that I get LeBron at 41 in 2025. It's got to be now.
Okay.
It's got to be. Agree? Do you agree with that?
I agree because I don't want to waste a 22nd pick on a player that cannot help Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker right now. I don't want to draft a player at 22 that's going to be in the G League most of the time.
Totally agree. Well,
I want a player that's going to come in and has the size and the athleticism to maybe help right now.
Can you imagine for a second LeBron James on this team? How would that work? Like, I know how it would work.
LeBron and Devin Booker starting a backcourt.
I was going to say, you have your point guard then.
You do.
LeBron and Booker starting a backcourt. Bradley Beal's your sixth man off the bench.
Yeah. You have your point guard.
And defensively, you have a bruiser who can match any power forward.
You've increased your physicality. You've made yourself a smarter basketball team with how you distribute the basketball. It would allow Devin Booker to play off it. Look, again, I don't think this is happening. But to your point, I don't see any other reason why you would consider Bronny James at number 22 if you're the Suns. He does not help you now.
Nope.
He is not the kind of player you need out of this draft. If you're gonna draft somebody, you need somebody who can play now, and that ain't him. And if you're not gonna draft somebody who can help you now, you need to trade it for somebody who can help you now. That pick is all about the now. For that reason, I don't know why on earth the Suns would consider this unless they thought it might get them LeBron.
Or they were going to trade the number 22 pick and get some second-round picks.
Or that.
And all of a sudden, they're picking at 48, 49, 50, and they could take him there.
Either way, I'll tell you what, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to think about. It's fun to speculate on. It's fun to go, what if? What would that look like? Why would they do it? How would it work? I mean, I know for some people...
Every once in a while, the kid's better than the father.
No,
Ken Griffey Jr.?
Not in this case. I'll bet
Ken Griffey Jr. was better than the father.
I'll bet all the mortgages in the world that LeBron James Jr. Bronny is not as good as LeBron James. I will bet all.
I'm hoping Marvin Harrison Jr. is better than the father.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.